Live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler, and thanks for joining us. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. We're here every weekday. We go throughout the afternoon, and we have a wide range of conversations. Right now, though, we're talking about music. We're talking about a band coming back to the Northwest to the Cascades Amphitheater on September 26th, 2026. But the tour has been announced, and the tickets are on sale for Mötley Crüe. 45 years as a band. I say this in the intro, but I'm just going to just reiterate it. 45 years as a band and 20 years since their Carnival of Sins tour. This is the return of the Carnival of Sins tour. And so this is what we're going to be talking about during this segment with Nikki Sixx, the bass player, a songwriter, and so much more from Mötley Crüe. Let's jump right into it. I want to start off with this, talking about 20 years since the original Carnival of Sins tour, 45 years as a band in 2026. Tell me about that, being here at this point in your career. What's it like looking back at the legacy and just knowing that you're going back out on tour here this year?
I mean, that's what we're musicians, so, we make music. I'm a writer for different things, books, and obviously all the lyrics for the band. So it's always about writing music and being creative and then like taking it out to the people. So it's never really felt like, I don't know, it's always felt pretty cohesive. It's like part of our process that we did in 2015, we did in 2015 do a farewell tour, and we honestly thought like that was it. We were done. Everything was cool, and then the movie came out on Netflix, The Dirt, and it was like I don't know how many hundreds of millions of people saw that, and put us in a place where they came to us and asked us if we wanted to do 8 shows, and we were like, it's a lot of work to put a show together. And we were like, I mean, we love to play for our fans, but we've kind of already wrapped it up and blah, blah, blah. They said, no, eight stadiums. And we were like, oh. And then we ended up doing 138 stadiums, us and Def Leppard, and it was just exciting to be back out there again. And I'm looking forward to this tour because it's an evening of great songs from Extreme and Tesla and Motley Crüe, and also for us to go out and have to top the original Carnival of Sins tour, which was a lot of eye candy. Yeah.
Is there going to be some of that on this tour? Like, how do you top that?
You top it with technology, and we're just, talking about all that now. It's good to get an early start on that kind of stuff. And, we have to build out like video content. We just did a Vegas residency, and we used some really cool software to build in some storytelling in the show, and it was just over the top beautiful with the what you can do. So the whole idea of the carnival, or what's going on behind the carnival in the Carnival of Sins, is open-ended. Like you don't have to. It's not a big towering wall of metal they have to stick in a truck. It's literally you can take people somewhere else, which is super exciting,
Yeah, it's got to be fun from a creative standpoint to be able to have that kind of freedom because, as you mentioned, you don't have to build a giant structure necessarily. You can do this through that medium.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I know you've played up here a number of times, obviously, over your career. Since you are coming here, you're going to be in Ridgefield. I think it's September 26th of next year, I believe. Yeah. I have to get that date right.
Yes,
September
it is.
26th of next year.
Yeah.
And, coming up here to the Northwest, do you have any favorite memories or anything that you could share about playing up here, just for a lot of these people who are going to be going to see the Mötley Crüe show?
Well, we've played there a lot of times. I always love it when I got a day off there, especially when the weather's really nice. And I think Portland was one of the cities we opened for the Rolling Stones long time ago. That was cool because I was seeing like multi-generational fans, and like we weren't there yet. Like our fans had kids, but they were probably littler, and now we see, you know, at least 2, if not 3 generations of fans and families coming to see the shows. We love it up there. You know, I live in Wyoming most of the time, so, you know, I'm kind of a Northwest kind of guy. You don't deal with the extreme weather that we do, but, you know, yeah. I also love the change of season that we get, you know, and that you get up there. So it's going to be a beautiful time of year.
Yeah, it's a great time to be up here. Do you have anywhere specifically that you do like to go if you have that day off?
Oh, I can't think right now. You know, it's usually just get out and go for a walk. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
or do some street photography. You know, is always a good thing. Just depends on the routing. You know, if you're in town just to do the show and you leave right after, there's not always a lot of time to go out and do stuff.
That makes sense. Well, you mentioned, you know, going on tour with the Rolling Stones, and I want to ask you this question, you know, because the most recent album you have, the Dolly Parton collaboration, you know, with Home Sweet Home. For you, you know, with this career, and there's so many different musicians you played with, is there one dream collaborator you would think of for a Mötley Crüe song that you would like to have?
Oh, collaborator. I mean,
or a guest star.
There's so many. Yeah. Wow, Dolly pretty much knocked it out of the park.
That's kind of hard to top that.
We were in the studio and Dolly was singing, and she was in the control. I mean, she was in the studio behind the glass with the microphone. You know, for those of you that don't know what that is, you'd picture any recording studio in a movie, and I'm sitting by the console, and they go, "Can you ask Dolly to do that again?" And I was like, "You want me to ask Dolly Parton to sing that? I'm not doing it." And they go, no, she'll outwork you. She'll show up before you and leave after you. Don't worry about it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have fun. I go, "Hey, Dolly, could you sing this 8 more times for me?" And she goes, "Yes, I will." I mean, and just what an amazing spirit and legacy. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe Keith Richards could knock on my door, like, you know, that would, or something like that. But we've been really lucky to get to work with some cool artists and great producers and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, amazing. But that's awesome, Dolly Parton. I would not want to be the one to tell her that either. But for this tour, so getting back to the tour here, coming back to Northwest, you know, I want to go again. You talked about utilizing technology, figuring all that stuff out, but what would you say to all these fans that are going to come out here, you know, after all these years, still, at the multiple generations at times, coming out to see your show?
Yeah. I mean, it's songs, you know. You start with Extreme, all their great songs, into Tesla, all their, you know, songs we love, and then you get into Mötley Crüe, and it's an evening of great songs. That's the thing, and most all these shows are outside in this beautiful time of year. So we just think it's a great thing to go out and celebrate, you know, rock music, singing along, beautiful weather, you know, go with your friends, with your family. And we enjoy it. We love meeting our fans. And we love putting on these shows that are, you know, we know we're competing with Netflix and Apple and YouTube. We know that. You know, it's hard to get people to get off their couch, get in their car, drive, park, do the whole thing. You got to really, you know, not all our fans are teenagers. You know, we have, like I said, multi-generational fans. So we take it really seriously, putting a crazy show together. Like, the only way you're going to see the show is to come to the show, because we're not streaming it and we're not recording it or, you know, anything, basically. So it's just like, that's the thing. It's one-on-one. It's a human experience.
Yeah, that interactive experience. I mean, and even watching something, you know, streaming, it's not the same as being there.
No, I know. I see these videos And it's fine. It's like fans with their phones and they're filming the show. And that's, I think all of us like had a bad reaction to that. Like so many artists were like, what's happening? You're not like living in the moment of this guitar solo or whatever. Well, I think we've all gotten over that. But the only thing with the phones is I love, I see people filming now. It doesn't bother me. But when I see it, it like people are judging you on a phone, like you don't know where they're at. They could be underneath you filming and they can't really hear it and it doesn't really look good. And that's how we're being represented these days. Not like when you go live, you're like, oh my God, look at the depth and the feeling of that. But that's just part of the way it is now.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why that's live experience, just means so much more to be able to see it there with your eyes and everything. Well,
Exactly.
thank you. I know I'm out of time, but I just want to say thanks. Great conversation, and
Thank you.
congrats on all the years and another show coming here to the Northwest. Congrats on the tour.
Thank you, man.
All right, that is what I mean by a wide range of conversations here for Fox 12 Now. Nikki Sixx from Mötley Crüe. And again, September 26th, 2026. The tickets are on sale for their show there in Ridgefield, Washington. All right, again, Fox 12 Now live streams here every weekday. We start at 1 o'clock. We go throughout the afternoon. We cover a wide range of topics. So thanks for being here. You can check those out on the Fox 12 Oregon app, or you can always send me an email, fox12now@kptv.com, if you have an idea for a segment or a question maybe on one of the things that we've covered, or maybe you saw one of our other news shows, a report, and you're like, hey, I wish that reporter could have spoken a little bit longer to that. Well, sometimes there is more to the story, and we can bring that to you if that is something you would so desire. So send me an email, fox12now@kptv.com. But again, thank you to Nikki. Thanks to Motley Crüe, and we will be back soon with more Fox 12 Now.